Classic Offensive is a fan-made CSGO mod aiming to bring back the nostalgic aesthetics and community spirit of Counter-Strike's golden era. After 8 years of hard work, its developers have hit a wall. Valve has seemingly pulled the plug on their Steam release with no explanation. This story has sparked outrage, confusion, and debates across the Counter-Strike community. So, what went wrong? And is Valve to blame, or is there more to this story? Before we continue, don't forget to like and subscribe and share your thoughts in the comments below. Classic Offensive has been in development since 2017, a passion project by a dedicated modding team. Their aim was to recreate the nostalgia of old school Counter-Strike through a modded version of CSGO. They successfully passed Steam Greenlight and collaborated with Valve on licensing adjustments to prepare for a Steam release. For years, everything seemed on track, until now. According to the Classic Offensive team, Valve has gone radio silent since late 2020 despite earlier cooperation. They submitted their build for review in October 2024, expecting the process to take 3 to 5 business days. Instead, months passed with no response. Finally, on January 11, 2025, the team announced that Valve had effectively retired their app without providing a reason. Some speculated that this might be tied to the infamous 2020 source code leak of CSGO and TF2. The leak included a 2017 build for both games, and a subset of the code that is closed source, making its use illegal. However, the developers of Classic Offensive clarified that no leaked code was used in their project. Instead, they relied on hacked older CSGO builds to make the mod functional. While they admit this wasn't ideal, they argue it was necessary to continue development. Let's consider the other side of the argument. While this situation might paint Valve as being against fan projects, the reality is more nuanced. Valve was built on the creativity of modders. Their first game, Half-Life, was created with significant input from developers and modders experienced with the Quake engine. Modding has always been a core part of Valve's DNA. Even recently, as part of Half-Life 2's 20th anniversary, Valve introduced Steam Workshop support, reinforcing how central modding remains to their culture. Take Black Mesa for instance, a fan remake of Half-Life that Valve approved for commercial release and was widely praised by the gaming community. On the other hand, there's Portal 64, which attempted to bring Portal to the Nintendo 64 but was shut down due to its use of Nintendo's proprietary SDK, a clear legal violation. Valve has shown that they're willing to support fan projects when they follow the rules. When legal risks are involved, as with Portal 64, they communicate clearly. So why is the situation with Classic Offensive so unclear? One glaring issue is that the Classic Offensive team claims there's been no communication since 2020. Yet they continued development for 4 years without any new agreements or feedback from Valve. Did something happen during that time to cause this breakdown in trust? Without Valve's side of the story, we can only speculate. The Counter-Strike community, including prominent figures like the War Hour, rallied behind the project, urging Valve to communicate. War Hour called it a slap in the face to the modding community, and let's face it, Valve's communication track record isn't stellar. Even SpongeJ, an esports commentator, had to publicly remind Valve to update the competitive map pool before the season started. So, Valve's silence here? Not surprising. But something strange is happening on the Global Offensive subreddit. Posts about the Classic Offensive situation are reportedly being purged, with moderators claiming they violate Rule 1, which states that this subreddit is for content and discussion about CSGO and CS2. This is confusing as posts about Classic Offensive have been allowed in the past. Why the sudden crackdown? This adds another layer of mystery and frustration, as even community-driven spaces seem to be silencing the conversation. The situation doesn't seem to be gaining much traction, so personally, I doubt Valve will even give the Classic Offensive team the acknowledgement they are seeking. Valve seems content to simply ignore them, just as they've turned a blind eye to the CS2 gambling situation that CoffeeZilla recently highlighted. Personally, I'd love to play Classic Offensive. The idea feels like the perfect antidote to CS2, which, let's be honest, just doesn't hit the same.
I would recommend anyone who's watching this to download CSGO and just go shoot one bot at a server. It feels so crisp.
But while Valve's silence is frustrating, I can't help but wonder, did the developers take a misstep somewhere? Or does Valve view Classic Offensive as a potential competitor to its billion-dollar Counter-Strike empire? What do you think? Is Valve at fault? Or is there something the Classic Offensive team isn't telling us? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more gaming news and commentary. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.